In the 21st century, nations have collapsed. From the ruins of war arises a society fueled by greed.
Listen, I'm gonna stop that clip right there and say that if you don't already think that's epic and cheesy in all the right ways, I don't even know how to smoothly transition into my review. I don't. You know what, I'm gonna calm down a little bit because I am known to get a little hyped up from time to time, but let me show you why this game's so good. Huntdown is one of the best games of 2020, period, okay? Period. Developer Easy Trigger Games has created a game that's part high-octane action and part love letter to some of the late and great 80s action movies. Huntdown is a game rooted in personality and swagger. From its opening moments, Huntdown lets you know you're in for a fucking great time. Everything from the gameplay to the art to the fucking amazing music has been crafted with so much love and attention to detail. The gameplay is phenomenal and provides a good, well-balanced challenge. The pixel art is some of the best I've ever seen. The music is on another level, and the boss fights are some of the most imaginative I've seen in a long, long time. It's hard to put into words how great Huntdown is. Just thinking about everything it does makes me smile. No, like seriously, I'm literally cheesing right now so hard that it's hurting my jaw. Huntdown is one of the best games of the year. A game that embraces what it is and creates a fantastic experience for the low price of $20. Huntdown is a 2D side-scroller shooter in the vein of Metal Slug and Contra. You traverse levels, fighting multiple enemies with a variety of different weapons until you ultimately encounter a boss. The game's premise is simple. You're a bounty hunter tasked with bringing down some of the baddest baddies in a futuristic city from 4 distinct gangs. Again, on paper, it's a simple formula, but there are so many moving parts that they all elevate it to greatness. But I think we should start with my favorite part of this game, its personality. Huntdown has so much personality, like a shit ton of it. It's a game dripping, nay, oozing with style. From the opening crawl, it's clear that Huntdown is a love letter to 80s action movies, and it's not afraid to shy away from it either. At first glance, there are clear influences from Blade Runner, Akira, Escape from New York, and The Warriors, and that's just to name a few. Easy Trigger Games has poured so much love into every aspect of Huntdown. Each one of the 3 playable hunters has their own special gameplay mechanic, and their look and personality are modeled after some of the greatest action heroes from the 80s. There's Anaconda, who is a boss. And by the way, can we just take a second to acknowledge what a badass name that is? It's Anaconda, but it's Anna Space Conda. Do you get it? Can I get an amen from the congregation over there? Wow, okay. Well, tough crowd. Alright, I'm getting back on track. So like I was saying, there's Anaconda, who is awesome, delivering some of the greatest one-liners in the game.
Bow down before Shogun!
Bitch, please. I would happily join you. But now, when I see your ugly-ass arm with flames and shit, I just changed my mind.
Who has a short-range axe throw, while also being the most stylish of the 3. John Sawyer is the Arnold Schwarzenegger of the gang, bringing a jaw of steel, literally by the way, and a boomerang that can go through multiple enemies and be caught, which resets its cooldown. Last but certainly not least, there's Mo-Man, a cyborg who's equal parts Robocop and Terminator and has the ability to throw multiple knives at enemies with great precision. He's definitely my favorite, bringing some of the funniest lines in the game. On top of that, each gang has their own identity and have their own distinct enemy types and character models. Across every gang, there are a myriad of multiple bosses that are each, well, unique. Every single boss has a larger-than-life personality, they all have their own quirks, and they all have their own gameplay mechanic. The crazy part is that no 2 bosses look, sound, or behave the same. As cliche as it might sound, they're all special in their own way. And if you think the personality stops there, well, let me tell you something, it doesn't, because we're out here dripping in personality. Each district and level is distinct, and they all have their own music, enemy types, and bosses. Hell, even the menus have personality. That's crazy. During the level select screen, you're literally picking the level from your car's dashboard. I can't be the only one that thinks that's so awesome. Huntdown has a great sense of identity that I've only seen in very, very few games this year. Huntdown's gameplay is superb. The gunplay is smooth and responsive, letting you navigate the levels with ease. There's a unique cover mechanic that allows you to take cover behind barrels or step into doorways or open crevices. If things start to get crazy, and trust me, they always will get crazier, okay? Trust. You can dash away from enemy attacks. The dash mechanic is a saving grace, as it's very flexible and can be used in a number of different ways. Whether I use it to make a risky dodge or slide into cover, I was genuinely surprised by how useful and important it was to the core gameplay. As you traverse the levels, you'll find a wide assortment of weapons to help you clean up the city. But at the core of the gameplay are the multitude of bosses you fight along the way. They are definitely the stars of the show, providing the most fun and challenging scenarios in the game. Like I said earlier, each boss has their own look, personality, and gameplay mechanic, which makes every boss a fresh experience. I never knew what to expect. One level, I'd be fighting a muscle man with a mohawk who, once he turns on his stereo, starts working out and throwing his dumbbells at me? Another level, I'd be fighting an Elvis impersonator who's trying to kill me with his guitar, and I'm just scratching the surface of how wild and outlandish these bosses get. But I won't spoil that for you. Huntdown's gameplay provides the feel of a great action blockbuster movie. Despite it being a 2D side-scroller, it's insane how epic and large the fights feel. I found myself being surprised by how much the game kept upping up the ante. One of the most hyped moments for me occurred during a boss fight where you're on a trailer and cars on the road just keep being thrown your way and you just have to slide and dodge through them. It was something straight out of a summer blockbuster. Although it's strange to feel that it was kind of very Bad Boys 2-ish.
How am I not see that?
Each level has 3 optional challenges to complete. They don't reward you with anything, but they're surprisingly fun to chase. Easy Trigger Games has perfectly balanced the difficulty in Huntdown. There are a few moments where you get too overwhelmed in fights against basic enemies, but there was never a boss battle where I thought I died because of something cheap or unfair. Huntdown is a beautiful, beautiful game. The art is incredible, and there's a clear sense of identity. I'm being 100% real when I say this. This is some of the best pixel art I've ever seen in a game since Dead Cells. The backgrounds are incredibly detailed, offering a wide variety of backdrops that range from cherry blossom gardens to slimy sewers to gorgeous sunsets. The art direction is perfect, and I found myself gawking at the visuals whenever I got the chance. The music slaps. It's so good. It's that plain and simple. There are nothing but bangers on bangers on bangers here, drawing from inspiration from 80s synths and bass. What's so awesome is that each level has its own song, and each boss has their own theme. Huntdown's soundtrack is one of those rare games where I want to have this soundtrack on my iPhone. That's how good it is, and I'm not just saying that. Just listen to this. The music here elevates the action and sets the mood for the overall experience. I found myself bopping my head the entire time I played Huntdown. Huntdown isn't a perfect game. No game ever is. One of the things that bothered me the most was how short the levels felt. Levels take anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes depending on what difficulty you're playing on, but there were many times where I arrived at a boss way faster than I expected. In addition, a majority of the weapons feel as if they do the same amount of damage. Regardless if I had an AR, an SMG, or a blaster, they all seem to do the same amount. There is co-op available from the beginning, but it's only couch co-op. With everything happening around us in the real world, it would have been great to have an option to team up with a buddy online and just face these bad guys together. Huntdown is a game that's so incredibly polished and fun to play that you need to turn this video off right now and go buy it. And I kind of mean that. I know it must seem like an exaggeration when I say this is one of the best games of the year, but it is. The gameplay is challenging and remarkable, the art is magnificent, the music is excellent, and the whole game just has so much style and pizzazz. Huntdown is a fucking great game, man. do yourself a favor and pick this game up. Huntdown gets 4 80s references out of 5.